What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to continue working on the Dodge Ram 3500 that we're building for our pops. And as you've seen, we fully converted this truck from a 2012 to a 2020 front end, and I gotta say it turned out absolutely amazing. Everything works and functions properly, the cooling system, the lights, and everything else. And all we really got left is just a few final touches. But more importantly, what we got planned for today is actually some mods. We got some performance mods, some appearance mods, and some bells and whistles that are definitely gonna come in handy for pops on the road. But the very first thing that we're gonna start with is actually a 2-inch leveling kit right here. As you know, this truck does kind of lean forward and it looks a little bit weird. And this is exactly what we did to our Ford, and it definitely cleaned it up. So let's just go ahead, pull this sucker in, grab some tools, and try to get this installed. All right, guys, so we got that leveling kit fully installed, and I gotta say that was a pretty simple install, and we knocked it out in like less than an hour. But dude, it transformed the whole entire look of this truck. It's finally sitting nice and level, almost looks like it got an entire lift kit on it. And the cool thing about this puck lift is we're retaining the stock drivability of this truck, so it's gonna drive just like OEM, right?
Yeah, exactly. This is perfect for a hot shot rig or a street rig that's gonna...
Or just any truck in general, dude. You wanna retain that nice drivability, and dude, I think this thing can handle up to 35s now, which is pretty cool because heck, these trucks look really awesome with like some mud terrains on there or something like that.
Some beefy tires, dude, or some boggers on it. That'd be crazy, but I don't know if Pops is gonna do that.
We may talk him into that. I don't know just yet. But anyways, dude, this truck is finally looking really good. But one thing is actually just killing the vibe right now, and that's just this ugly side step, man.
Oh, that tubular device right there, that chrome.
What is this thing, man? This big chrome tubular looking thing with some plastic steps just gotta go, dude.
Hey, back in the day, I bet them suckers were fire, but nowadays,
I don't know, man. This was probably like a dealership option. Somebody probably paid like an extra $2,000 for this thing.
Probably, you never know, but what are we gonna do with that thing?
Let's go ahead and pull this sucker inside, get rid of this side step, and show them what we're gonna replace it with. Starting to rain on us a little bit.
Little single rain cloud coming by. No, looks like a full sky, but we just removed one side step.
Dude, look at it, dude. It looks way better with it, dude. Almost looks like it's lifted 2 more inches, you know what I mean?
Pretty much. Hey, every little piece counts, you know what I mean?
Dude, that looks so good.
I love how it looks just like that though. Super clean, no side step at all, but...
Well, we got something that'll look just like it. Maybe even a little bit better, dude. Who knows?
Yeah, I might throw a little what do you call it?
A little rock slider on or something.
A little rock slider, yeah. Let's go ahead and take off that other one and bring out the new package.
Let's do it. Alright, so what you just seen us unbox is our brand new side steps for this truck. We got some electronic powered side steps that are gonna open up when you open up one of the doors, which I think is just some amazing technology. This is almost the exact same thing that we have on our Ford, and it's just super clean. It looks like there's no side step at all, but then when you open the door, it still has the function of a side step. So look at this. This is made by PowerStec, and look how much Power Step, that's what it's called. And they have a bunch of patents right there, so you know they are good. But anyways, we've never installed anything like this, so this is gonna be our very first time. So let's crack open the rest of these boxes and see what we can do. Son, them suckers are stout. They're supposed to hold up to 600 pounds, I believe so.
Oh yeah, dude, but dude, they look good too, you know what I mean? Dude, nice,
Exactly.
black and textured, but we finally got both of them installed, and check this out. I guess it's just gonna tuck away like up to here right here.
Yeah,
so.
I like how that looks too. That's a nice clean tuck away right there, if you will.
Oh yeah, and it almost looks like there's nothing there because they're black, you know what I mean? So that is
Exactly.
one cool touch right there. There's also a few lights that are gonna go, I think 2 on each side, which I think should cut on whenever the side step opens up, which is gonna be pretty cool
Yeah,
too.
that's going to be awesome. This process is a little bit more complex than we thought. As we mentioned, this is our very first time doing this, but what else do we got to figure out?
All we got to figure out now is basically put the electronic motors on these steps, and also there's a wiring harness where you have to tap into the, I think our original ECU or something, I don't know, or fuse box. That way it reads whenever a door is open. So we're gonna have to figure that out. I know we're gonna have to go through a few more steps, but dude, it's gonna be well worth it when we're done with it.
All right, so we completely wired up the power steps other than the LEDs, which we're about to do. But the crazy thing is we did have to tap into the ECU wiring harness, which that wasn't too difficult. And this wiring harness does have a module of its own. I'm guessing that's just the brains of the system. And last but not least, we did have to plug up to the battery. And as soon as we did that, these side steps just retracted into the truck. And check this out, once you open it up, them suckers just pop right out. And once you close it, wanna do a magic trick?
Let's see it.
I was a little bit late, but I'm guessing it gives you a couple seconds so you don't pinch your foot or whatever. But the rear door works as well. Check that out, dude.
Dude, that is clean.
That is so sweet, man. I thought it was gonna be a lot more difficult to wire up, but since you tapped into the ECU, I mean, it made it a lot simple. And look how slick that is, dude. You could hardly tell it's there.
It's like a rock slider, man.
And it's tough for sure, but the only thing that we got left is these LED lights. So let's just go ahead and wire these suckers up and finish up these sliders. All right, so the LEDs are fully wired up and everything works. Check this out, man. They turn on as soon as you open the door and they turn off as soon as you close it. We're definitely gonna have to test them out at night just to see how bright they are, but we are done with the power steps there. And also, I do wanna give a huge shout out to Reckless Off-Road for having some amazing deals on some aftermarket parts. Not only do they have parts for trucks, they also have some Jeep parts. So I'm definitely gonna leave their link down below if you're looking for any type of aftermarket parts. But anyways, we did mention we are gonna be doing some performance mods to this truck as well. And if we walk over here to this box, we actually got a cold air intake because ours is kind of old and filthy, right?
Yeah, definitely old and filthy. And one thing that I just thought about is, man, we ordered one for a 2012 and this is a 2020 front end, so there may be some fitting issues, you know what I mean?
It may fit up a little bit different the way it mounts, but I think it should work. So what I'm guessing we should do is probably just go ahead, crack this one open, remove the stock one, and just see how it fits, really.
She is done, boys. Now it's time to go ahead and start her up, see what she sounds like.
Dude, yeah, I wonder if it's gonna whistle any louder. I know we were thinking about actually removing the whistle ring and the turbo.
The
turbo ring or whatever you call it.
the whistle ring, whatever you want to call it. These ones on the 5.9, it's a lot easier. You just like snap ring it out. But this one, you got to drill like 4 pilot holes, which we did not want to do none of that because I think you got to take like the housing off the turbo.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, that's our preference, but for Pops, he probably don't really care about turbo noises or whatnot.
I mean, you can still hear a little bit even on the stock truck, you know what I mean? But
exactly.
Let's go ahead and fire it up.
Yeah, so there's really not much of a difference that you could hear, but I feel like it's definitely getting a lot more air in, right?
Oh, yeah, you probably just got to take it down the road to really open this sucker up, you know, put some load on it or something like that. But dude, it is sucking a lot more air now. We got to change the
back pressure.
The back pressure up, make it blow more air out, make it sound a little bit better, dude.
Yeah, you definitely want to give it that proper flow, but we'll show you guys what we got tomorrow. It just got a little late on us. But since it did get a little late and it's dark, might as well check the light on
Yeah, let's go ahead and check this sucker out. See how these suckers light up and get down right here.
Crack it open.
Oh man, dude, they're kind of blue. Can you see that?
Little blue, but as long as you can see it so you don't miss your step, that's all we're worried about.
It kind of matches the truck a little bit. But anyways, we did get a lot of work done today, so we're just going to have to continue tomorrow in the morning. Alright guys, so it is the next day. We're just gonna go ahead and do our first test drive with this cold air, see what it sounds like, then we'll be back and show you guys what else we're gonna do to it. Oh yeah, dude, you can definitely hear that turbo a lot louder and it's a lot more crisp, dude, on that throttle. Just, we listen to it. Woo-wee. Woo! Son. All right, so we both just gave it a test drive and I gotta say you could definitely hear that turbo a lot more now, and it honestly feels like there's a little bit more throttle response or something. Maybe the turbo noise makes it sound like it's faster or something. But anyways, right now we're actually gonna head back to the house and show you guys what else we got for it.
Dang, what the heck is that right there? Is that a muffler actually gonna quiet it down a little bit?
Cannon right here. Yeah, this is just gonna keep it a little bit toned down, you know, for Pops whenever he's on the road. It's not too crazy loud. You know what I mean?
long distance trips are just gonna be a little bit annoying if it's
and you don't want that like loud drone. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But what is this, like a 4 or 3 inch exhaust? I'm really not sure.
I think it's a 4-inch exhaust all throughout, so it should be nice and a clean, simple install. Shouldn't be too crazy, and should sound a whole lot better because I believe there's like 4 or 5 or even more little mufflers on here that's a lot bigger than this. So we're definitely gonna open it up a little bit. So let's just go ahead. What do you say? Pull the truck in and start taking that old one off?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Let's do it. All right, guys, so the exhaust is finally on. A nice little 4-inch exhaust. We removed 2 mufflers, so it should sound a little bit better. So let's just go ahead, fire this sucker up and see what it sounds like.
As of right now, there's no tune on it, but I think it'll at least start up. If it runs a little bit weird, we'll just quickly cut it off, and we're gonna do the tune next.
We just want to hear it, man.
Dude, I want to hear it, because last time we started the Ford without a tune, for some reason it was just super loud. It sounded like a dang jet.
It sounded like a jet. You think we should get like an exhaust tip? Maybe like a nice little chrome one or something like that?
Nice little 10-inch.
10-inch big.
Yeah, a nice little clean one would look really good. Yeah, definitely.
Let's just go ahead and start this sucker up.
It ain't too loud. Dude, it sounds pretty dang good. You can hear the turbo. It sounds like the flow is going a lot better.
Dude, it sounds really good. It's not too crazy loud. It's just like a perfect, nice tone. That's what we were looking for, because we didn't want something too annoying, you know, on the road for hours. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah. I think that's going to be the perfect setup. But now,
let's go ahead and break out the tune and see if we can tune this sucker.
This is gonna be perfect. We really need one of these, man.
So this is basically our like screen or display screen. And is this the tuner too, probably?
It may be.
Open tuning platform. So this is awesome, dude.
Tuner, and also just like monitor, that's gonna monitor the transmission temperature.
Basically every
everything.
temperature. So that is gonna be
oil, the boost.
Yeah, Dad really wanted one of these, so this is definitely gonna come in handy. But anyways, we got an actual thing for our boost pressure too. So this is actually gonna be thrown in there. Should be super simple right there.
Boost gauge? What goes in there? Do we got a little tachometer that goes in there?
I think a boost gauge, something like that.
Or do we have to purchase a boost gauge?
I don't know, but there's a boost gauge on here, so we may not even use this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So boost gauge on there. Let's see what else we have in here.
One more box. This should be the actual, I honestly do not know.
It's been a while since we ordered this stuff.
All right, crack it open. Okay.
Okay, so this is just to hold our little digital screen right here. So let's just go ahead and tune this sucker, honestly.
Alright, so this thing is officially fully tuned with an exhaust and a cold air intake. And as for the tune itself, it was pretty dang easy to install. All we had to do was run a few wires through the firewall here, but everything was just plug and play for the most part. As for the download, it did take about 10 minutes, but now we got around 100 horsepower, or actually currently we got it set to 60 horsepower until the transmission relearns the cycle that it needs to relearn. But pretty much we're ready to do our very first test drive, so let's just go ahead and fire it up and see how it drives now.
relearn itself, that's for sure.
Why is it switching too fast?
It's kind of weird, you know, since there's a lot more horsepower. It just needs to switch a little bit quicker, I think. I'm really not sure. It just feels different, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we're gonna give it about 100 miles. Right now, we're just taking it easy. I just want to see how much power she got, you know what I mean?
She's got plenty of power. I already feel a difference, to be honest
I
with you.
can't wait to like turn it up like past 100 horsepower, because right now we can't go past 100 horsepower. But other than that, dude, she sounds so much better. Right now, like if you're really not on the throttle, it's like stock, you know. It sounds good. You just got a little bit higher pitch of a turbo, which is never, you know, never bad. But anyways, right here, just then when you're on it,
woo, and then you got your boost gauge, you got everything, you got your transmission temperature. What all does it read there?
You can literally turn anything on. I just turned the default one on and put a boost gauge up top, because that's the, you know, I just want to see. But as you can tell, we hit about 3 pounds of boost so far. Don't want to go up too high because the transmission, you know.
Yeah, you just got to relearn the new driving system.
The new hardcore driving, right?
All right, so we made it here to the fuel pump, and we're about to put some diesel in it just to see if we really do got. It says empty, right?
Yeah, it says empty. I wonder if the little like level, the float in there is actually stuck or just went bad or something like that.
This is actually a pretty common issue on these trucks. I did a little bit of research, and it should be a pretty simple fix. I forget what the fix was, but
is it in the fuel tank?
I don't think so.
I mean, if we have to get in there, we might as well do like a fast fuel system on this thing. What do you think?
Dude, that'd be awesome, and actually give it more power and separate the water
and fuel, and you get a better fuel filters. I think there's like 2 of them or something, but dude,
like that.
that's about it. $13, man.
Fuel
so
tank.
we do have a little issue. We're gonna have to just figure that thing out. But for right now, let's go ahead and rip this thing around a little bit.
It's so fun just to try to time the perfect time to hit that engine brake.
Dude.
Or try to make it last as long as possible, really.
Yeah, I'm just letting it do its thing right now. It sounds so good.
Sounds amazing.
Imagine how much better it's gonna sound whenever you got a lot of weight and you're going at a pretty, like on a highway. It's gonna spool that turbo up so high, it's gonna sound way better. But
honestly, I think Dodge has one of the best engine brakes ever.
Yeah, definitely.
If I'm correct.
It just depends on what you do to your Dodge, you know what I mean? Some people have good engine brakes on other trucks too. Just depends on your whole entire setup, honestly.
Can you upgrade your engine brake?
I don't know what engine brake it even is.
I don't even know how that works.
But look at that.
Dude.
That just sounds so good.
Sounds good. But let's head back home. All right, so we are back from our test drive, and I gotta say, this thing absolutely rips. But that is pretty much all that we're gonna do for today's video. There is still a few more little final touches that we gotta do before we hand over the keys to Pops, which we're super excited about that. But anyways, make sure your post notifications are on so you don't miss out on anything. And also, if you want an inside scoop before YouTube, definitely give us a follow on Instagram at goonzquad. And also, I do want to mention that we just released our brand new hoodie with our newest design on the website. This is a super fire design. You got the American flag with the Goon Squad in the middle, and this is a super comfortable hoodie as well. So definitely be sure to visit goonzquad.com before they're all gone, because we did do an early release to our Instagram followers of our new t-shirt with this exact same design. Them suckers just flew off the shelf. So definitely be sure to visit goonzquad.com and help support your boys. But with all that being said, thank you guys for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.